And a good Thursday, everybody. Welcome in. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. We're live today at 5 Iron Golf here in the Vanderbilt area, right at 21st Division. That area, come by and see us. The golf simulators are going. They're awesome. Big Joe hit a hole-in-one earlier today.
I did, so on a par 5.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was really cool.
Woo!
I don't know how you did that.
Look, here's the deal about this place. You come in here, you don't leave, right?
Yeah.
So don't try to come in on your lunch break and think you're going to get back in an hour because it's so addictive. It's so much fun. It's very, very cool. So you'll spend half a day here golfing, and we got a nice little crowd here today. It's for like these guys are skipping work here. Their names are – we don't need your name. You go to school? They go to school. So
they go to Vandy.
So they're skipping class. So that means they're a lot smarter than we are. And so, yeah, it's very cool to be here today.
Yeah, well, we're excited about it. We'll tell you more about why we're here. It's the Masters, obviously, is going on right now at Augusta National. And it's going to be fun to watch.
It is. It's a big day. How did the Dixon County golfer do that went off at 7:14 this morning? I forget his name, but he is. I think he goes to UT, and he went off at 7:14 this morning. I'm not sure. I should probably know his name.
Well, as soon as I get internet, I will let you know.
Okay. All right.
Until then,
buddy, hold the horses, pal.
Yeah.
I got you. I'll send you the Wi-Fi, buddy.
Oh, you
Chase,
have the Wi-Fi?
Right? Yeah, man.
Oh, cool.
I'll send it to you, buddy.
Oh, well, please do.
Yeah, thank you so much. We got so busy in our pre-show meeting with Dr. Crane, we just kind of forgot to get the internet going.
Dr. Crane, how are you today?
Doing well, guys. Not too bad. A beautiful day outside. Oh, excuse me there. Yeah, everything's great.
You got the band with you? That's cool.
I had the band go with me today, and they're just like, hey, let's play a little music while you're talking. I'm like, sure, why not?
Yeah, I like it.
Love it. Love it.
615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. And, yes, we are at 5 Iron Golf, 202 21st Avenue South in Midtown. This is the spot where golf meets good times, right in the heart of the city. No tee times, no dress code, just world-class simulators, darts, food, drinks, and the best sports atmosphere in town. And today they're giving stuff away all day, so come and check that out. What we're working on is here's a challenge for everyone inside 5 Iron right now. We're running a closest to the pin competition on the simulator. The best shot of the afternoon wins a premium bay for 2 hours. So talk to the team inside to enter, and we'll announce the winner around 4 o'clock.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
I like that. Is there any part of a golf game that you're good at?
Not really.
I can't. That's a 5 right there for you. I can drive, and then I've won several putting competitions in my life, so I've got 2 really good putters. But that's all I've got. I can't do the short game. I don't have the patience, so I usually quit by the 4th hole.
Yeah.
And I'm gone. I felt bad 2 years ago. I was golfing with our friend Matt Griechi and I was like, after the 4th hole, I'm like, I'm done. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going home. And I left. I felt bad. But I just couldn't get it done there. So, I don't know. It's cool. I've never been to the Masters. I've never really had an over-desire to go to the Masters. For those who do, God bless you. I've heard nothing but fantastic, wonderful things about that. So, yeah, there's a lot of our friends that are down there that got down there Tuesday and
Do we have friends?
Allegedly. People we know, acquaintances
there you go.
that are there right there. Did it work?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Is it the guest one?
No, it's the regular one.
Oh, okay.
On the air, people, you're going with us to do all this.
Yeah.
So we got you covered on that.
Have you checked your TCP IP settings?
Oh, man.
Why don't you just give us our question of the day?
All right, in honor of the Masters, usually the question would be, hey, if you're playing the Masters, what 3 people you want to play with you? How about this one? If you were caddying one day of golf, who in this world would you like to caddy for? Golf, celebrity, neighbor, politician, it doesn't matter. Who would you spend 18 holes caddying for all day? For me?
Mine's a very easy answer.
Go ahead.
No, you first.
I would spend all day with Bill Murray on the golf course just because I think he'd be absolutely hilarious. He'd spend more time messing with the crowd than anybody else. So our question of the day, who would you caddy for one day? it doesn't have to be the Masters. It can be Two Rivers Golf Course. It doesn't matter. But you caddy 18 holes for them. Who would it be? Mine is Bill Murray, 615-737-1025. All right, go.
Right now, mine is extremely easy. Mike Vrabel.
Oh, my gosh. But what if he says, don't talk to me?
I would have to talk to him.
Okay.
Because I'd have some questions.
By the second shot, he's probably stuffed you in a trash can.
Probably.
Okay. All right, so we got Bill Murray, Vrabel, Dr. Crane. What about you?
My brother. He's just an incredible golfer, and it's fun golfing with him, so I'd go with my brother.
You're going with your brother. All right. All right. Is he that good?
Yeah, he's like a 2-3 handicap. He's incredible.
Oh, man. I can't caddy if somebody's that good. But good for you, though, buddy.
No, I like that. That's a good answer. Our question of the day is, of course, as always, brought to you by Aries Tactical. Your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. First-time shooters shoot for free. Just tell them that I, Chase McCabe, sent you, and check them out at ariestactical.com. And, I like that. Who would you caddy for?
Yeah, because the question's always been like, have you had 3 people to golf with you? I don't know 3 people I can hang out all day with besides you two boneheads.
Mike in Lebanon says John Daly.
I mean, that is probably the obvious answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably retired to the rafters. That's the one that you put that we all would say yes, by far. I mean, he'd be fun.
8388, Devin and Dixon says Happy Gilmore.
Adam Sandler?
Yep,
okay.
That'd be fun. Ricky says Tommy B. I guess Tom Brady.
Yeah, I thought about that one, yes.
Matt says Bargatze, without a doubt.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, local guy.
My number 2 was Sebastian Maniscalco because he just makes me laugh nonstop, but Bargatze's pretty good.
Yeah, that could be that. Either one. I mean, look, I don't think there's a wrong answer to this.
There's not, but I want to know why.
Tiger Woods would be fun as long as I can drive.
Oh, Chaser.
He can drive it off the tee. I'll drive it off the course. Thank you. Thank you for laughing at that.
Yeah, right.
I appreciate that.
The Vandy guys get it over here, skipping school. Probably in med school. Hey, man, what's your major? Oh,
there you
school.
go.
Okay, all right. Let me get you a retainer
we
here.
need to talk to y'all later.
Let's get you guys a retainer before you become real lawyers.
that'd be good.
$25 to $50,000. All right, we'll do that. Law school. Good Lord.
Let's see. Adam in Clarksville says Shawn Michaels, the wrestler.
Would you do that?
Oh,
You're
yeah,
a wrestling guy.
He was on. I can't remember. Were you on that interview, or was it just me? It may have just been me. I think it was either right when we were starting the show or right before.
Well, who's the one that came to the Buzz Den?
That was Bret Hart.
Bret Hart, okay. Yeah.
Who was arch enemies of Shawn Michaels at the time. But no, Shawn did a phoner with me one time, and it was like I literally brought him on. I go, one of the people responsible for getting me in trouble in 6th grade for doing crotch chops. And he just started laughing. He's like, sorry about that, kid.
No, it's quite okay, Mr. Hart.
But it was pretty funny. 2459 says, I've actually met Bill Murray. He always attended Charleston River Dogs games in minor league baseball team. So I agree, Bill Murray. He was hammered when I met him, but he was so funny and relatable.
I just think of all the movies he's been in. He loves golf. He loves talking to people. That he's one of my. If you ever saw the movie Meatballs, it is.
Yeah.
Came out in like 1979 or 80. It is an absolute classic that goes underrated with Bill Murray, but it'd be fun. Spend a whole day out there. I need to be entertained, and I need knowledge. That's why I said Tom Brady would be great to pick his brain for 18 holes. But, it's a lot of work. Then, you got a caddy. You think you could caddy for 18? I could probably last 6.
I mean, I wouldn't know what I'm doing, but I could pretend.
I mean, on a 90-degree day?
I think this is probably an impossible question to answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Sure.
If somebody came to you and said, give me Bill Murray's best movie to make me watch, what would the answer be?
Oh, that is Stripes.
I had a feeling you were going to say
Stripes. Stripes is my number one comedy of all time. I can't stop laughing.
Caddyshack's pretty good, though.
He's good, but he's more of –
He's not the main –
There's more in there with him, but Caddyshack would go number 2. Now, the golf movie, yeah, Caddyshack is right there. But I got to go Stripes.
I'll say Ghostbusters.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's really a wrong.
You cannot go wrong
answer.
with that. Groundhog Day is always funny. There's a lot of good ones, but I got to go Stripes in that.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Bill Murray's a good answer. 0324, my dad. Yeah, that would be a good one.
There we go.
Yeah. My dad and I never played golf together.
Did you not? Why would you?
Because, he wasn't really a golfer, and I wasn't really much of a golfer, so it just never happened. We played putt-putt.
There you go. I played golf with my dad all the time. He never showed up, but I still played golf with him.
I was like, where's
all
this going?
the time. No, my brother and I, we played golf. Used to play a lot, and then he would get so frustrated at me, we stopped hanging out playing golf together.
Coming up next, I was listening to the fine folks of Next Man Up with Jake Lyman and Turron Davenport was in today. And TD has, one of his draft primers that he's put out for ESPN.
Yes.
And talking about, a potential fit at 4. And he gave an interesting answer. And, when I first heard it, I was like, no. And then I heard his explanation, and I went, So I want to get your thoughts on it. Coming up next.
Okay.
We'll do that. We're live today at 5 Iron Golf again down here by Vanderbilt. It's right across from Party Foul in that shopping center. So come by and see us. A lot of people in here. A couple of law students skipping class today, so they're hanging out with us. But come by and see us, Chasing Big Joe, on this Thursday, 102.5 The Game.
I don't know that there's a better fit just as far as a guy that's tailor-made exactly for that defense. Now, I'm really big on David Bailey coming into the mix, and I think he fits, you know what I mean? But when you look at someone that's literally made for this defense,
yeah,
it's Sonny Styles, man. And I think you have to look at that. And it's funny because I remember Tuesday at the owners' meetings, right? Mike Borgonzi, he says, well, we're going to draft best player available, the top player on our board, regardless of position. And I'm like, oh, shoot, they are drafting Jeremiyah Love. Then the next day, Robert Saleh talked about being happy with the running back room, and he talked about defensive players, specifically edge rushers, being game changers too. And I'm like, I don't know. But now that you sit back and you think about it and you sift through it, I think they were talking about Sonny Styles.
Turron Davenport from Next Man Up. Just a little bit ago. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game, live at 5 Iron Golf today down in the Vanderbilt area. So what do you think of that?
I think it's all smokescreen. I think we'll talk defense and draft offense. We talk offense, draft defense. I don't think they know. I think I told you the other day, I think there's about 47 scenarios that's laid out in front of Mike Borgonzi, and when the trade, I'm telling you, 2 or 3's they're not going to pick. They're going to trade out somehow, some way, and he's going to pull up a card like, all right, here's what happens when the Jets trade out and they take this guy, and then this guy moves up. There's so many scenarios. I think it's all right now psychobabble. It's just it's thrown out there.
It's lying season.
I don't know if it's lying season. It's like we know all these prospects. Here's where they're good value for us, and here we go. Until 2 weeks from today, until they bring that card up there and Goodell says at number 4 the Titans take Jeremiyah Love, then I'll know. Until then, it'll be like, well, I don't know. But I can't get excited.
But do you agree with TD's explanation of why Styles would fit? Because Saleh's defense is different from what they've run the last few years, going to a 4-3.
You don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's the problem. I don't know. Because you're asking a guy to do a lot coming here off the bat to do that. I know if they don't draft Love or Reuben Bain, Titans fans are going to be massively disappointed. And they shouldn't, right? Bailey is great. Arvell Reese is great. They're equally as good, but all we've talked about is Love and Bain the last 2 weeks. If that doesn't happen, you're going to have to convince Titans fans that this is the guy that they got. I still believe somehow, some way, they want Jeremiyah Love. They see the value of that right now. And we heard Tim Hasselbeck on Tuesday. Look, you draft Jeremiyah Love specifically for Cam Ward. And that was a great analysis by Tim Hasselbeck, and you go forward with that.
Yeah. I agree. I think if you're going to go on the best player available and Jeremiyah Love is sitting there at 4, which, again, we've talked about ad nauseum. He may or may not be, but if he is, he's the best player available.
Yeah.
By most metrics.
So, I mean, I don't know if I buy into the best player available. What if at 4 the best player available is Fernando Mendoza?
Yeah, well,
you're not taking, right? I mean,
no.
there's scenarios and different things that happen who you want to figure out and get. But I just think at that 4, we even talked about this. What if the Titans trade out of 4 to 9 or 10? What if the Chiefs trade up at 4? If the Chiefs want to do something and move it to 4,
I mean, they would take one of the pass rushers.
I'm asking for a king's ransom. If I'm the Titans, you come to me, I want 5 of the top 100 picks. I want 5 in the top 100. That gets you midway through the third round.
Yeah.
Give me 5 of the top, and those 5 need to come in and play immediately. There's no more sitting around. I hate this building for the future nonsense. It's now. You play now and get those guys in here.
Yeah, 615-737-1025. What would you think if Sonny Styles was the pick? But I'd be curious of that.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of the unknown that you deal with here, and to see what happens and what guys are going to bring in.
Yeah. Oh, let's go. Hey, it's Clay. Let's go to Clay on this. Clay, what you got?
Boys, how we doing?
We're fantastic. How are you?
Glad the gang is back together. Y'all have been, what I hear from Dr. Crane on excused absences, both Joe and yours lately.
Yeah, we've had a couple, but we're back. We're good.
Joe, talking draft and the Titans, maybe after it's over I could name 5 players on the team, but, right now I'm not sure I could, and I'll be honest with you. Who the heck is
okay,
Sonny
look,
Styles?
as long as you know them by August when they start playing and winning games, we're good, man.
Sonny Styles is a interior linebacker for Ohio State.
Okay. What do y'all think, honestly, is their biggest need?
I mean, they need a lot of things, Clay. They need pass rush. They need a playmaker on offense. So they don't necessarily need a running back, but if he's a dynamic playmaker, then I would say that they would need that.
What about the Love kid from Notre Dame?
That's who I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he's there at 4, I would endorse them taking him at 4.
Hey, Joe, 3 weeks from today, 3 weeks from today, I will officially be classified as a geezer, because when you go on Medicare and you turn 65 years old, that means you're a geezer. I'm getting old.
Clay, one of the things I don't like in this world is people announcing their own birthdays. So, that's good. I'm not a fan of.
Does that mean we have to bring you donuts?
Boys, it's good.
Clay, why don't you come on by 5 Iron Golf today, man? We're down here by Vanderbilt. We got Vanderbilt law students next to us. We're golfing.
You're not banned from here, so
come on
at least
down.
not yet. So
5 Iron Golf.
Yeah.
Off 21st Avenue. Come down and see us. But for God's sakes, don't bring those sandals in. Put on shoes.
Thank you,
See
Clay.
you, boys.
Yeah.
I mean, how bored are you that you call in to say that? I don't know anybody. We love Clay, though.
Yeah, we do love Clay. We love Clay.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy. So always fun. You're welcome. Thank you. 615-737-1025.
Well, that's the thing is that, all these – we spend a lot of time on Love and Bain, right? And probably they're not going to be here if you look the pessimistic way about this. Then you look at other guys, Sonny Styles, David Bailey, Arvell Reese. Who knows who moves up there? But whoever they take and wherever they take has to come in and play immediately. You have to come in and play immediately. No sitting out a year trying to figure it out. Who's the second-round guy last year from UCLA, the defensive end?
Femi Oladejo.
Yeah, all right. What a wasted pick. What a wasted pick.
Right now it is.
Yeah. That your second rounder's got to come in and play at least 75-80% of the time. That dude didn't do anything. I can't believe they took a reach on a second round. Stop taking reaches. They don't work out. Get solid players. So, they're complaining about Bain and the short arms, and I argue back, put his game tape on. Put his game tape. Show me the game tape. Show me that Texas A&M game in front of 110,000 people and watch Reuben Bain wreak havoc. Show me the Ohio State game the next week. He's in the backfield the entire time. Show me that. That guy's got a motor. Stop with this other nonsense with the intangibles. It's absolutely nonsense, and I hate it.
You know what would be amazing? And I think this has no chance of happening. But we've seen guys, and Will Levis was one. We've seen guys before that are, everybody's talking like they'd be a first-round pick and they drop.
Yeah.
Titans take Love at 4. Bain drops to 35.
Well, did you drink pre-came in?
No, it's not going to happen. I'm just saying, and you I'd hate it for him, but I'd love it for the Titans.
Well, look what the Texans did 3 years ago when Vrabel spilled the beans to Rossini, and then the Texans have taken C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson.
Was that by the pool with their friends around?
Somewhere, right? And I've said somehow if you could work out a trade with the car or the Jets, move up to 2.
Yeah.
Keep your 4 and maybe get Love or
and
Bain. Yeah. And then give up next year's number 1. I don't care about next. I really don't care about next year.
Next year's draft.
I don't care.
But you got to live in the now. I get it. I get what you were saying.
Come on, man. You know who would be the worst general manager on draft day?
Us.
Absolutely us. We'd be so many scenarios. At the end they were like, all right, we gave him the Batman building or whatever else you need. And then Amy's like, hey, guys, are y'all busy right now?
Why is there a Jets logo on the Batman building?
Right. We'd sell out everybody's
Jets Tower.
Good players.
Coming up next, Terry McCormick from Titan Insider and Main Street Media. We'll talk to him, get his thoughts on the draft and much more. We're live at 5 Iron Golf today. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel. We're live at 5 Iron Golf today, 102.5 The Game. The draft, 2 weeks from tonight?
2 weeks from tonight, buddy.
2 weeks from tonight. The Titans will pick at 4. That's where things sit right now. Let's bring in Terry McCormick from Main Street Media, TitanInsider.com. That's where you can find his work. Terry, how you doing?
I'm good. Before we get started, I need to confirm something for the record here publicly.
Okay.
I want people to know that even though I had a working relationship with Mike Vrabel while he was here as the head coach, he and I have never held hands, okay?
Terry, that might be the funniest thing I have ever heard you say.
Oh, my God.
That was well done. And that we will move on from that, but that is something for sure. Looking at 4, I mean, we have analyzed this, frontwards, backwards, sideways, and I think a lot of people continue to come back to Jeremiyah Love. You listen to the comments of Mike Borgonzi, but I thought Turron Davenport made an interesting point when talking about Sonny Styles and how he might fit what Robert Saleh is going to do with this defense. This defense has been, basically the last 10 years, a 3-4 kind of hybrid type, and now it's going to transition back to a 4-3 like it was when Jeff Fisher was here. When you watch Styles, do you feel like if they did go that direction at 4 to kind of help transition that defense, that might be the right pick?
Well, I mean, I think it would be a good option for them because I think – you looked at Saleh's probably looking for somebody to play that Fred Warner type role in that defense, and I don't know that he has that guy right now. And a guy like Sonny Styles might be capable of filling that bill because he's certainly one of the most talented football players in this draft. So it's like Joe said earlier, they have a number of ways they can go at number 4, and some of it will depend on what happens in those first 3 spots as far as who goes off the board. I think, the Jets are probably going to go defense after the Raiders pick Mendoza. The wild card is, what are the Cardinals going to do? Are they going offensive tackle? Are they taking Jeremiyah Love? Are they going one of the defensive pass rushers? So it's going to be an interesting dynamic once the Titans get on the clock at number 4, and a guy like Styles, especially if the edge rushers are gone, and they're, if there are 1 or 2 that they have rated above the others, and they're gone, Styles might be an option for them.
I will say this. I just have a feeling that the Jets or Cardinals will trade out of one of those picks.
I wouldn't rule that out. The Jets are already stockpiling picks. They've got 2 in the first round. I think they've got like 5 over the next 2 years or something in first-round picks and second-round picks, something like that. What they unloaded at the trade deadline when they basically offed about half of their defense fetched them a lot of picks in return as they try to rebuild things.
I'll tell you this, Terry, the team that scares me the most, if you're on the Jeremiyah Love to the Titans train, would be the Dallas Cowboys moving up. And that's just a Jerry-type player and a Jerry-type move.
It is. It absolutely is. And Jeremiyah Love is a guy that could supercharge an offense that's already really good with Dak Prescott and George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. You add a back like that, and that offense, provided the offensive line stays intact and is okay to protect Dak and open up running holes, that offense, which was already really good, could be really sensational.
Talking to Terry McCormick from Main Street Media and Titan Insider. Terry, I don't know if you remember this. Remember 2010, you and I were sitting next to each other over at then Baptist Sports Park when the Giants came at 15, the Titans at 16, and the Titans were like, we want Jason Pierre-Paul. And remember, the Giants took Jason Pierre-Paul, and I think the Titans got scared and took Derek Morgan next. I feel like remember we were like, oh, my gosh, you could tell. Back then, like, they didn't want Derek Morgan. And I don't think they were prepared. I mean, you've been all these drafts, Terry. You know that on Borgonzi's table at 4, there's all these different scenarios. He's got this card in front of him when something happens. So when something happens at 3, the Cardinals trade out. He's got to be ready to go and not panic, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It probably looks like a flow chart. You know how it says, if the answer here is yes, you do this. If the answer is no, you do that. It probably looks something like that, I would guess. But yeah, he's got to be prepared for every scenario that comes up in terms of what goes on with the first 3 picks, whether the teams that are in those slots make those picks or if they trade out and somebody comes up and jumps in for a player that maybe the Titans covet but but become blocked by them moving up. And, it's one of those things too, Joe. We saw this a couple of years ago, I think. They sold us that they really, really were – that J.C. Latham was the guy they wanted all along. But let's be honest, they had to have their eye on Joe Alden when he went to the Chargers at number 5, and they pivoted back to J.C. Latham. They were doing that because they knew the offensive line was in shambles, and they were trying to get a left tackle to protect a young quarterback at the time in Will Levis. But let's be honest, they could have done Levis a lot more favors if they drafted Brock Bowers and put a 100-catch target out there for him to throw to and, found somebody else to play tackle, I think.
No, I agree 100%. Terry, what about the relationship on draft night between Saleh and Borgonzi? How much input do you think Robert Saleh will have? How much should he have on draft night? Because it seems like, from what I can gather, those two are working pretty well together. Yeah, I think that Saleh is going to have a heavy amount of input because it's going to be his team that he's going to be coaching out on the field. Borgonzi tabbed him instead of going with Nagy, whom he knew from Kansas City. He tabbed Robert Saleh because he was impressed with him as a coach and as a man. And I think, the two of them are going to work hand in hand. And then the wild card factor in all this, too, is you cannot forget about Brian Daboll, who's going to be the offensive coordinator and is basically going to, for lack of a better term, be the head coach of offense for this team, it feels like. So how much input is he going to have in the offensive players, and how's that going to weigh against what Saleh wants to do with the defensive players and the overall team? Terry, do you think that we've talked so much about Jeremiyah Love and Ruben Bain that if they did take a David Bailey or Arvell Reese, that a majority of Titans fans would be like, oh, man, come on. Because, look, Bailey is really good. Arvell Reese is really good. And, but we've spent so much time talking about Bain and Love. Do you think Titans fans will be a little bit disappointed?
Some of them might be, especially the ones that want an offensive player if they go defense in the first round. But if one of those guys is there, look, we all know this team has a lot of holes still. They went spent a fortune in free agency this offseason and seemingly have improved in some spots, adding Wan'Dale Robinson to the offense, adding John Franklin Myers and a host of others on defense to kind of rework that unit into more of what Robert Saleh wants to work with. But they've still got a lot of holes. And I think most Titans fans would say, get the best football player you can find at number 4 and put him in and let him play.
All right, so I'm going to ask you both this question. Give me a player on offense and a player on defense that's currently on the team that you think needs to take the biggest step forward this year.
Go, Terry.
Terry, you go first.
Well, the obvious one is Cam Ward, but I think, are we excluding Cam?
Yeah, I would say Cam's an obvious. Yeah, exclude him.
Okay, all right. I'll say that because they have not done a lot on the offensive side of the ball, I need to see a big year out of either Tim DK or Gunnar Helm to step up and DK either be wide receiver 2 or Gunnar Helm be tight end 1 and contribute heavily into this offense.
Oh, that's good. Mine's J.C. Latham. I think if he can become a powerful right tackle, it helps out big time. And I also think, this might sound weird, but I want to see Jeffrey Simmons still do what he does and go up another notch. I still think he's got that in him. He's just been surrounded by bad talent. Now you've got good guys around him. I mean, the guy's an absolute force. And I think if he can take it to another level with the supporting cast, I mean, he's unstoppable. I mean, there's so much potential here, and that's the worst word used with any sports team. But they've got this, and they can make something happen. So mine's Latham and Simmons.
Who'd you say defensively, Terry?
Oh, I didn't. I said 2 offensive guys. I said DK and Helm.
Terry.
Now, defensively, they need Kevin Winston to step up and be a force at safety because they've revamped the entire defensive back room. They need Kevin Winston to step up and be what they thought he was going to be.
I would agree. I think Winston to me could be a superstar on this defense. I just think he's got the makeup.
Yeah, I do too. It's a matter of can he stay healthy because he was nagged by injuries coming off the ACL, led to hamstring problems last year. So you hope all that's behind him and that he can go out there and kind of show what he can do.
Good stuff, Terry. Appreciate it as always. We're 2 weeks away, and I'm sure we'll be talking again soon.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Terry McCormick from Main Street Media and TitanInsider.com joining us here on the program. Again, we're live at 5 Iron Golf today. We'll take your reaction to that, 615-737-1025. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game on this Thursday. We are at 5 Iron Golf, your Masters headquarters. Do you have a leaderboard over there, by the way?
Me?
Yeah.
What are you asking me for?
I don't know. You were looking at it earlier.
Well, I was looking at the young man from Dixon that played with Jackson Harrington that teed off. He's +4 after today. He teed off at 7:14. I guess that's Eastern time?
Yeah.
No, pass.
Sam Burns leads it at 5 under. Patrick Reed is second at 4 under. And you got a gaggle of guys, including Shane Lowry at 3 under. Jason Day, Tommy Fleetwood are 2 under. Xander Schauffele, Rory McIlroy, and Fred Couples are all 2 under.
Fred Couples at 2 under? That's awesome.
Yeah, he's through 5, so he's just getting started.
Sergio
is 1 under through 4. DJ is even par through 14.
Who's that?
Dustin Johnson.
Okay, I'm not down with your nicknames. Dustin Johnson.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's all right, buddy. We're learning.
Wow, they got an amateur that's at even par through 6. That's pretty cool. Ethan Fang, who's an amateur. Brooks Koepka is even through 2. Spieth just went through 1. He's even. Justin Thomas is even. So still some guys that are yet to tee off or just teeing off. So.
Now, let me ask you, Dr. Ken, you might know this. If you're an amateur and you say you win this, if you take the money, you're no longer an amateur, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Scheffler will tee off anytime now, here in just a few minutes. So all the live guys are in this, right?
Yes, the ones that qualified, yes.
Who didn't qualify?
I mean, there's
Well,
a handful
Mickelson
of
didn't
them.
qualify.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a handful of them. Guys like Patrick Reed who have won the Masters before. Obviously,
Is Bryson in it?
yes, he just triple bogeyed not too long ago, so he's not having the hottest of starts.
Yeah, I don't even see him. Oh, there he is. He's 3 over through 12. Oof. Tied for 62 with Cantlay. So, will you watch any of this?
0.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's all right. I mean, if you do, that's fine. I mean, I'm not a golf guy. I mean,
Yeah.
So if you guys do that, fantastic. And I hope you have a great time. I mean, I remember the 05 when
Hope you have a great time.
with the Tiger Day. To me, it's always been for those that would go out and follow guys. It's like Tiger. Then after that, it was John Daly. Then
Yeah.
after that, everybody's lumped in together.
Is Daly in this? Is he playing?
Yeah.
God, no.
No? I wish.
Same, right?
I wish.
Oh, he's so good for the game of golf, man. So, yeah.
He's probably down at the bar watching.
Probably is. Didn't he rent out the Hooters in Augusta? And he would do meet and greets like in a parking lot
Hang
or
on.
something?
There's a Hooters in Augusta.
Somebody
You're
please
correct.
text in. I think that's accurate.
They
right?
just closed
That's
that
awesome.
that Hooters down this year, actually, so he had to find a new spot to
Rest in
set
peace.
up at.
Yeah, and I heard the autograph line is massive to go over there and talk to him and everything else. Such an iconic figure. He won, two what do you call them when he won the U.S. Open in 91, the British
Yeah.
Open in Majors.
Majors?
Sorry, God. Yes, thank you. And not Johnny.
How old is John Daly? 59.
He's 59.
59
His
years
son
old.
is a really good golfer at Arkansas, too. He looks just like him.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so John Daly to lose out on $780,000 Masters windfall after iconic venue demolished. Daly made the Augusta Hooters iconic, but the restaurant was demolished ahead of this year's Masters.
Come on.
Wow.
Does he talk about anything else? He's
Golfers and
anything else
patrons are back at Augusta. For many years, Daly was seen gripping it and ripping it as he made his way around the Masters course. But in recent times, he's set up his shop outside the grounds at the Hooters. Since 1997.
It's just the best. Now, do you think he's more well-known now for a whole new generation because he's in Happy
Probably.
to Gilmore too?
Probably. And just known as, I would say probably. I mean, people forget how good he actually was.
Oh.
So,
I mean, the story about him winning in Indianapolis, it's Broken Stick is the golf course in 91. He qualified at the last second, drove all night, slept in his car, then won the tournament. I mean, it's just an amazing story he's part of.
that's pretty awesome,
Right?
when you think about it.
Yeah, and then wins the whole thing, and then your life changes forever. Then you go and win the British Open in 95, and then, you even better for the allure of who you are. I think it's just great.
Yeah, I agree. 615-737-1025. Our question of the day is,
If you could caddy for one person, who would it be? Your best friend, you athlete, actor, actress, doesn't matter. Who would you caddy for one day on the course? I said Bill Murray. Chaser said
I said Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
That could be fun right now.
Mike Vrabel would stuff Chase in a garbage can after the first hole.
He would. But you know what he would do if he was here at 5 Iron Golf? He'd get a pimento and cheese sandwich for $1.50, an egg salad for $1.50, ice cream sandwiches, Bud Light, Mick Ultra. They have it all here at 5 Iron Golf. Some specials they're running in honor of the Masters. And you can come and set up at one of these simulators and check it out here at 5 Iron Golf. We'll come back with more on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.